Today, I'm going to share something very important with you, and I've structured this video in the most basic and simple way I possibly could have. I would love to do a pen and paper the old-fashioned way, so every roofer, newer generation, older generation would understand this, but in 2025, the only way to record it would be on a computer. So this is the closest it gets to pen and paper. And it's a brand new roofing industry report for 2025 to 2028. And this is not just coming from information from me, this is also coming from Adam Bensman, right? So super simple. These are people that really understand the roofing industry. I've talked to private equity owners as well, and I've done as much research as I possibly can about the industry to see where it's heading to. Why? Because it affects me. This is about the future of roofing. Some roofers are going to grow and win big, but others up to 30%. And every number I'm going to say is factual. You could search it up. This is factual information given by private equity owners, private roofing companies that make millions of dollars. This is what they're saying about the roofing industry. So this is going to affect you if you don't adapt. So up to 30% of companies might shut down, like I said, if they don't adapt. So let's talk about what's changing and how you can stay ahead. First, let's talk about overall market. Roofing will still grow about 4 to 6% a year. It's been doing that. But here's the trick, right? It's not going to be more about more roofs being sold. It's about selling bigger jobs. Because homeowners are paying more money now per roof because they want stronger products like impact resistant shingles and metal roofing. They don't want the asphalt shingles that they have to switch up every X amount of years. They are sick and tired of paying for it because economy is in the point where people just can't afford paying and paying and paying. So they'd rather pay one time a lot more money and have it secured for 50 plus years. Also, houses are getting old. The average house in America is 45 years old, and a lot of homes built in the early 2000s are ready for new roofs. So this is going to be a very big help for every roofer around the US that needs to get more jobs. So even if the numbers of jobs isn't growing up much, the size of jobs will. That means more profit for you. Now let's talk about the homeowners for you guys to understand. Homeowners don't just want cheap anymore. They don't want the cheapest roof anymore because every homeowner has done that before. Every homeowner has done the cheapest roof possible to save money, but they realize that it comes biting back years later, right? People want cost effective now. That means good financing options and products that last longer. So if you don't have a financing option in your company, I really recommend that you research on it and implement it into your business today. They also want everything fast and easy. Like I get a lot of roofers are old school, and I completely get that. You know, if you've been running the business for 20, 15, 10 plus years, you think that you've finally figured out the way to run your roofing business. But since AI and social media and computers are evolving like crazy now, a lot of things are starting to change. People and homeowners want instant estimates. They don't care if you show up, get on the roof. Like you might think this is going to help you sell the roof, but people don't want that anymore because they're sick and tired. Everything they do nowadays is shop on Amazon, shop online, do everything online. I don't like it. I don't shop online because I don't see the point of it. It doesn't excite me that much. But average people, with average I mean the majority of people do, and they prefer comfort over actually going out. So it's a lot more comfortable to do everything on your phone. So you need to do that. You need instant estimates and online scheduling, and people are sick and tired of waiting. You know, like, okay, you're busy at a roof, you cannot respond to them ASAP. I get that. But homeowners want quick answers and not waiting days for a callback. I get it that you might be a one-man roofer, a one-man do-it-all, or you're the guy that takes all the calls, but you're still managing the projects. Outsource. It doesn't matter if you think you've been running your business like this for 15 years. It's not the only way. Every single big roofing company has people answering the phones for them because if you don't answer a lead, a homeowner, a referral instantly, they are going to look for someone else. And something I really want to point out is you guys as roofers, you're not the prize. I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean this in, for example, if I'm a company and I have a client coming to me, what is the number one thing every company used to have? Not now anymore because, you know, people are losing humanity. But the customer is always right. And you have to take that same idea and putting into your roofing business. The homeowner is the price. They are the ones paying your bills. They are the ones getting you jobs. They're the ones getting you reviews, helping your reputation grow. They're the ones getting you referrals. Yes, you're doing the job for them. Yes, you're an amazing person for doing that, but they are still the one paying. And the one paying always has control, right? And in fact, studies show that almost 80% of homeowners prefer a roofer who gives instant estimates. This is something you guys are holding back on because you guys don't want to adapt. So if you can be that fast, tech-friendly roofer in your area, you will automatically win more jobs because it's not 10%. These are facts. You could look this up yourself. 80% of homeowners, there's been a study done, 80% of homeowners prefer a roofer who gives an instant estimate. Now, moving on, let's talk about marketing. I could do this video 6 days long, but I want to get it straight to the point, and I really want you guys to understand this and feel the burning sensation in your guys' self to really make that change. If not, I don't want you to be held back. I don't want you to lose your business. I love working with roofers. That's how I make my living. Roofing is my industry. This is how I'm able to afford my life. This is how I'm able to build my business, how I'm able to provide for my family is with roofers, with the roofing business. So I'm saying this because I want you guys to succeed, because if you guys succeed, I succeed, the homeowner is happy, everyone is happy. Okay, so now let's talk about marketing. You guys are like, oh, marketing. No, listen to me. Ads are getting very expensive, not because people like to do expensive things, no, because big companies with private equity money, that means a lot of money, are spending millions of dollars on Google and Facebook ads, right? That drives up the cost for everyone, because if there's 20 companies running advertisements at $1,000 a day, when you're running an advertisement for $20 a day, it's just not going to work out. It might have worked out before, but not anymore, because Facebook is used to the big money and is giving all the results to the big money spenders. So for you to get results, you will have to spend more money. It's logical, right? That means your budget buys fewer leads than before. Same with Angie's Home Advisor. Even though these companies don't work, and if they work, it's every blue moon, but they're getting more expensive, right? So what's the answer? You have to use AI tools to make ads more targetable, right? This, if you guys don't know how to run ads, if you guys don't understand social media, if you guys don't understand AI, hire someone to do it for you. In business, if you don't know what to do, you hire someone that knows. You as a business owner have to put people in the right position. You don't have to do everything. You have to put people in the right position. And that's how a big business, you don't see Jeff Bezos completely running everything on Amazon. No, every big company in the world has people that they outsource the work to, because if not, you're not going to grow and you're going to stay at a cap. There's a limit cap to what one human being can do in a business. Okay, so you need to use AI tools to make ads more targeted. You need to track your leads better, not just have phone numbers on your phone that you call and forget. No, there are CRMs now that you guys can use to track absolutely everything. And when you track everything, you realize how much money you're missing out on. You realize how much money you could be making. And I promise you that brings out a desire. You're like, holy fuck, I have this much money waiting on me that I just haven't closed. Let me get back to them. Let me sell them because I know how to do a roof. I'm trustworthy and I know what I'm doing. And but you guys need to have everything tracked to be able to come back to people, because if not, you're going to forget, because you roofers are stressed all day, driving here, managing the projects, getting the material, getting the cleanup crew, talking with homeowners, like it's very mentally draining. So if you don't have things tracked, you are going to forget. And the most importantly is close more of the leads you're already getting. And the only way you're going to do this is by tracking. If not, you're just going to forget. And these are numbers given by big roofing companies. These are statistics given by people that live in the roofing industry and they strive in the roofing industry. And they're saying expect to spend around 5 to 12% of your revenue, not profit, revenue on marketing just to keep up. You understand that? Just to keep up. So if you don't want to be left behind, because this is from 2025 to 2028, if you don't want to be left behind and spend that much money later in the day, later in the years, When you don't have that because you're still the same position and you're not able to spend that much money on marketing, because if not, you can't pay your mortgage, you can't provide for your family, you can't do X, Y, Z. You need to do it now while you still can. Now is the point where people are going to go up or be left behind. This is it. There's no more waiting. It's either now or never. Part 4 is sales. Sales are changing too. Thanks to technology, sales rep can close more jobs faster than ever. Okay? Things like drone inspections, virtual appointments on Zoom. I know a lot of you guys drive hours to meet a homeowner to hopefully close the deal. Why are you doing that? Since COVID, since 2020, Zoom, online meetings have become a thing. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you don't have to use it. Obviously, like if you're happy with what you are and you don't want to adapt and you want to stay in the same position because you're happy with it, there's nothing wrong with that. Then continue doing it. I'm speaking to the roofers that really want to grow their business and that don't want to be left behind. You guys need to do this. Virtual appointments on Zoom, it's free. You're not spending gas money. You connect with the homeowner instantly. Yes, okay, you're not going to be able to do it in person. You're not going to be able to use the sales tactics you've been using for 15 years, but you can come up with new ones. Promise you, if you have good reviews, if you have a good reputation, if you know what you're talking about, if you know how to connect with a homeowner on Zoom, you will be able to do the same. Okay? And things like buying a roof online on like Amazon is a thing now. So imagine how much further down the line we already are with technology that people are buying roofs online on Amazon because it's cheaper than going from roofer. Obviously, they have to get the crew, but they'd rather just pay the crew, you know what I mean, X amount of money, save a bit of money, and buy the roof on Amazon because people are so used to it. I'm trying to say, I'm expressing this in this way because I want you guys to succeed, okay? And I'm trying to tell you guys all the facts so you guys can adapt to 2025 with all this AI, with all this technology. Like I said, I don't like it either. But it's whether I like it or not, my business needs it. And if my business needs it, I am going to do it. And I really, really, really hope you're going to do it as well. But here's the biggest one of all. Financing is winning deals all around the US. If you don't have financing in your company, you're screwed. If your price is, let's say, 15,000 and your competitor is 12,000, which happens to a lot of you guys. I speak with you all day long. I'm involved in the roofing business 24 hours a day. This is what I do for a living. And the biggest problem I see is, oh, people just outprice me. All these new roofing companies are popping up. It's getting very saturated. People are just putting the price so much lower than what I can afford to do it. And I'm not willing to do a roof for $1,000. I understand. I understand. You know, but if you don't want to lose the job and you want to get a job, because okay, let's say you do the roof for $1,000, okay? You can get a referral. You can get a referral. Why miss out on the $1,000 first of all? And miss out on the referral, that can even get you another referral, and then you have a new source of referrals. You guys are missing out on that because you guys don't have financing. So let's say your competitor is $12,000 and you're $15,000, right? But you offer $150 a month financing option and your competitor doesn't. Who do you think is going to win the job? Super simple. It's super simple. You know, it's that's why every roofing company needs to talk about financing early in the sales process because homeowners are going to be like, oh, relief. What I just did is what a homeowner is going to do. Relief. A man doesn't want to spend 15 grand on a roof. But if you're telling them you'll spend 150, 200, $300 a month till you get to that point, they're like, okay, that is digestible. That is doable. And then you're going to go with you compared to $12,000. Now let's talk about private equity and big players, okay? Private equity, the big money investors are jumping into roofing because it is a billion-dollar roofing industry. Roofing is not going to go anywhere. There's not going to be an AI. Maybe in 2080, there's going to be AIs that are going to be able to do roofs. I really hope we never come to that point because then for me, it's like, okay, the world is fucking doomed. We're fucked. But for the moment, roofing is not going to change in the aspect that you need to get on the roof and build it and replace it yourself. Okay, so private equities, they're buying up roofing companies left and right. Job Nimbus, a CRM that you guys use every single day. Not all of you, but the ones that do are already like starting to use CRMs and everything for the business. But for the ones that do, you understand how Job Nimbus helps your company grow. They've just been bought for $330 million. Imagine how much money these players are buying. Imagine paying $330 million for a CRM. That probably means there's a lot of roofers paying for that CRM, that it's that worth it, and that within the next couple of years, it's even going to quadruple the value of that CRM, right? AccuLinks, another one, was bought for over $2 billion. Do you guys understand the money that there is in roofing? It's insane. Service Titan is investing heavily into roofing too. These are big private equity firms that are buying everything, investing into roofing because they know something you don't. They know the roofing industry is going to change, but it still has a lot of money in the game. It's $1 billion. Every home in America needs a roof. Okay? So, what does that mean for you? It means bigger companies will get better material pricing and smaller roofers will pay more. So the little guys need to fight back with stronger marketing, sales, and customer experience because that's something you guys can really beat the big companies at. It connecting with the homeowner, it's sales, the customer experience because a big company is not going to have the same customer experience and customer service as someone that only manages, let's say, 50 homeowners instead of 300 a month. You know what I mean? Like it's just logic. So you guys need to fight back with stronger marketing, sales, and customer experience. Now let's talk about insurance and labor. Insurance is making things harder too. I understand that. For every roofer, insurance is being a big factor in the amount of jobs they've been missing out on. They're giving out more AVC policies, they're raising deductibles, they're pushing for repairs instead of replacements because insurance companies, they don't give a fuck. They just want to make money. They don't give a fuck how hard they're making your life because they just care about making money. In some places, they may even require impact resistance or fire resistance roofings just to insure the home. So I don't have to explain this because you guys know this. You guys deal with this on a day-to-day basis, but I just want to put it out on the table for you guys to really see the whole picture. Okay? And on the labor side, it's getting harder to find good crews. And commission only sales jobs are dying. Like reps want a base pay plus commission. Like because there's companies doing that, and if you're not doing it and a company's doing it, who do you think the good sales reps is going to go to? Everyone wants to make more money. So take care of your team, pay them good, and you will make more money. It's an investment. If you want to grow your business, you have to be willing to put down an investment. You're going to be willing to have to lose a bit of money like right now for it to pay off a lot more in a couple weeks, months, X time. But you will make more money with time, okay? So if you want to attract and keep good people, you need a strong company culture and competitive pay. Company culture is another thing small roofing companies can really strive in. If you have 100 sales reps, 500 crews, you cannot have that company culture as someone that's managing 10 sales reps, 2 sales reps. So a roofing company with 2 sales reps is going to have a stronger company culture than one that has 100 sales reps. Just because you can actually connect with each sales reps individually and really ingrain into their mind what your mindset is, what you want these homeowners to feel, how they should speak with the homeowners, how they should understand that the company is not just someone that's paying them monthly for their living expenses. Make sure that they want to help your company grow because they're invested with the heart into your company. Okay? Let's talk technology now. Okay? Drones are becoming the standard for inspections. So if you're not using drones, you're already like very, very fucking behind. AI phone agents and chatbots will handle calls and scheduling. I hate when I call a place and then the AI picks up. I hate it. But 50, 60, 70% of businesses right now are using it. People are getting used to it. Me, I don't like it. I might be an outsider on that. But I guess some people do like it because people are using it. You know what I mean? But people don't care anymore, I think, about if it's a real human and AI. They just want it to be quick and seamless. AI and chatbots do that because they just get straight to the point. There's no chit chat, there's no waffling. They get straight to the point. And AI tools will cut down admin work and help even close more deals, right? So super simple. Like these AIs and these chatbots will help you close more deals. And you don't have to focus on that anymore. You can focus the amount of hours you're spending every day focusing on texting homeowners, replying this, that. Give it to an AI that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week while you sleep. You can be closing or you could be setting up appointments to close the job. You understand? By 2027, AI will separate winners from the losers. I hate saying this, but it's the truth. Roofers who use AI will have higher profit margins because less staff is needed. And when less staff is needed, you're making more profit. AI doesn't care if you're paying them so much less than someone else than another company. AI doesn't have emotions. A human does have emotions. A human does have greed of wanting to make more money. AI doesn't give a fuck. If you're paying the subscription for the AI, it's going to do what it is supposed to do. And more sales per rep are going to happen because of AI. Because instead of them having to follow up, they can focus on only closing, 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 closing. Instead of having to follow up here, remember this, text back, John, this, that. Focus on closing, closing, closing. And those roofers who don't will be left behind. Now, this is the big takeaway. Okay, to survive and thrive in roofing, you need to master the 3 C's. 3 C's. I don't know why I did two. 3 C's. Okay, culture, build a company people want to work for, and homeowners love to deal with. Don't be that annoying fucking roofer and the one that your employees want to leave your company. They're just with you for the money. Convenience, make it easy, instant estimate, easy buying, and great communication for the homeowner. Last but not least, cost effective. Offer financing, show ROI, upsell, and run your company by the numbers. If you don't run your company by the numbers, you are not going to grow. So if you focus on these 3 things, you will stay ahead of 90% of roofers. Imagine your biggest struggle right now is competing with roofers. That's your biggest struggle right now, competing with the roofers. But if you're ahead of 90% of roofers, you're not struggling anymore. There's enough work, but you just need to put yourself in the position where you are not fighting and competing with other roofers for cheaper price, for X. There's millions of reasons why you're competing. Everyone has their own reasons. Like I said, if you focus on these 3 things, you will stay ahead of 90% of roofers and you won't have the struggle anymore of competing for jobs. Okay? So here's the deal. The next 3 years will be make or break for a lot of roofing companies. If you adapt now, you'll grow while others shut down. Okay? If you wait, your competitors will get ahead of you and it will be very fucking hard to catch up because you will have to spend 10 times the money that you would be spending today because everything's going to get more expensive. So what do you think? Are you building a future-proof roofing company or not? Now, guys, drop a comment below with your thoughts. I really want to know what your guys' thoughts is so I can help you guys out. Or if you guys need me to connect you with someone, I'm super happy to do that. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more roofing business insights. Now, I hope with this video, you will grow your roofing industry. I'm cheering for you from behind the screen. Don't forget that.